I'm going to create the complementary colored desserts the traditional way. What you will need is 2 pieces of paper, something to draw with, a ruler, and something to color with. On my first piece of paper, I'm going to split it into 4s. You can do this with a ruler by drawing, or you can even fold. So I'm just going to fold it. First I'll fold it in half, and then I will fold it in half again. This will create 4 even sections. You could also draw these, it's okay. I'm going to fold my other paper. I don't really have to, but I want to know the size of it. So this is the size of one of my sections. I'm going to draw my dessert that I choose on this paper. This will be my template that I'm going to trace onto this picture. That way I can try to draw the exact same image in each square. Your dessert can be anything you want. It can be the ice cream cone, it can be a cake or pie or whatever. I'm going to draw a little cupcake, and I think I'll actually draw it up and down this way. So with my cupcake, I've got the little cake holder thing, my little cupcake, and some frosting. You could put some sprinkles, a cherry, whatever. I'll draw my lines for my cupcake holder. Okay, that looks good, but it's really light. If you have a dark marker or a Sharpie, it'll be good to trace this. Or you can use your pencil to trace it darker, or a color pencil, whatever makes it darker. Perfect. Now I'm going to use this as the background that I can kind of see through to actually trace the same image in all of my boxes. It might not be perfect, but it is good enough. I have basically the same cupcake in every box. And now we are going to go through and color each one of these using complementary colors. Remember that complementary colors are the opposites on a color wheel. So I'm going to quick make a color wheel and show you what I mean. Okay, so if I have my red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, that is a color wheel. And the opposites are the complementary colors. So yellow and purple are across from each other, so they are complementary. Let me straighten these out. Blue and orange, and green and red. This also works for like a light green and a pink, which is kind of like a light red. These would be complementary too. You could do a light blue and a light orange. That would also work. I will start my first one as neutrals. A neutral is white, black, grays, and browns. So to create contrast, I'm going to have black and white with maybe a little brown. So first, I'll just color in my brown cupcakes. Coloring takes the longest amount of time whenever you're doing art, especially traditionally. Digitally, it's easy to just like boop, fill, done. But when you're coloring traditionally, you have to be a little careful. It's kind of time consuming. So that's where your craftsmanship comes in. How neat you are going to make your artwork and how much care you put into it. I could use markers or crayons. Okay, I was going to start with my complementary black and white neutrals, and that could be in any section. Ooh, I hate it when my markers are running out of ink. I guess I use it too much. Here is my neutral cupcake. I even put a pattern in the background. You can make patterns instead of doing a solid color. Add some texture or different kinds of designs. So maybe my next one I will make orange. And do you remember what the complementary color to orange is? My next one is going to be a yellow. I really like this highlighter yellow, so I'll just use that. Do you remember the complementary color to yellow? If you notice, I have all these little jagged lines and a lot of white space. I did not do very well with my craftsmanship, so I'm going to go back and fill this in a lot neater. Yes, it takes more time, but it looks so good in the end. I wanted a more pinkish purple for the cupcake holder, so I added pink and purple and layered it. So that looks cool. And my last one. So if I get some red, which is a warm color, and I will add to my cupcake frosting. Do you remember what complementary color is for red? I'll give you a hint. It looks like a holiday that's coming up pretty soon in December. Red and a green. Green is a complementary color to red. Well, there you have it. I have my complementary colored dessert cupcakes. Yours should look way different than mine and probably way better than mine. I would like to see the same dessert in every box. Make sure you use a template. That way you can see through and draw the same thing in each one. You should have a neutral contrasting black and white. You should have 3 of them as the complementary colors, blue and orange, red and green, yellow and purple. Use any designs you want. You can even add some like sprinkles or whatever you want. And make sure your craftsmanship is awesome. That means everything looks neat and well cared for. Like you really paid attention to your own artwork and you tried your best. I can't wait to see what you all come up with.